Hello, welcome back to Whisky Wednesday. Another Wednesday, another whisky review with me, Joe. So this week I'm reviewing Noah's Mill. Oops, that's just fallen off there. Noah's Mill straight bourbon. It doesn't say, it says made in Kentucky. It doesn't necessarily mean, it doesn't actually say whether it's a Kentucky straight bourbon because there's no specified distillery. So this is basically a vatting of bourbon from all over America, and it is a mixture of rye heavy mash bill bourbon blended with winter wheat heavy mash bill bourbon. So it's a kind of a vatting of different styles. The early styles of Noah's Mill that were first released, they were at least 15 years old. Okay, now it's a vatting of 4 to 20-year-old bourbon, so there's a real variety of ages there. It's bottled at 57.15%. Or 114.3 proof, because proof is basically double the percentage. So it's strong. It's quite expensive in the UK. I think this is around about the £60 mark. I bought this last year at some point, but it doesn't say Kentucky straight bourbon, which is it's interesting. And I've not seen that. I've actually not noticed that until now actually. So there we go. You learn something new every day. As you can see, I've drank most of the bottle. I've been using this a lot for cocktails, to be completely honest. It makes an absolutely amazing Manhattan. It's awesome. So 750ml bottle, around about £60 in the UK. Let's give it a go. So blend of mash bills, rye heavy and also winter wheat as well. Awesome colour. And also it's a small batch product. That's kind of a meaningless term, to be completely honest, but they put the batch number on, so if you really are interested, the batch number of this particular one is DSP KY78 batch QBC number 15-35, and it's aged in new charred oak barrels. Put the little thing back on. Right, let's give it a nose. Bourbon is whiskey that is distilled from a mash bill of at least 51% corn, the rest being rye or wheat, or a mixture, depending on what style. Bourbon has to be matured in brand new barrels, but doesn't necessarily have to be American oak. On the nose. It's that real kind of, that kind of real black chocolate, dark chocolate, black cherries as well. You can smell there's a fair bit of age to that. Raw kind of, you know, if you make caramel and you burn caramel, it's like that. Almost verging onto kind of treacly. Kind of charred marshmallows as well. Oh. There's almost a freshly ground coffee thing going on there as well. And there's a very, very, very subtle kind of rum-like note as well. By the way, apologies if my voice sounds a bit gruff. I was talking at a rum festival yesterday, so my vocal cords are stretched. Anyway, let's have a taste. Oh, that's working at my palate up. Oh, it's really good. Rich, lovely texture as well. You get a sense of the age. You get a sense that there's some pretty old whiskey in here. So, creamy. Moving towards the kind of milk chocolate. So think kind of like a dark chocolate truffle. So you've got some of the creaminess coming through. Nutty, really nutty actually. It's a kind of like hazelnut spreads, kind of Nutella. Oh, Ben Bowers, if you're watching, I know you don't like nuts, so if you come to try this, there's a chance you might not like it because it really does taste of hazelnuts. It's awesome though. Let's have another taste. Oh, the finish is excellent. The finish, it's all kind of here, on like kind of at the front, in front of my gums, behind my lips. I get that wheat coming through, so it's almost like kind of toasted oat, kind of porridgey, rich kind of golden syrup. There's that kind of chocolate coming through again. What else do I get? You get a massive sense of the oak as well. It's like kind of walking into one of those kind of dunnage warehouses. That kind of subtle musty smell, buttery. We're all kind of toastiness to this, kind of like granary toast with honey. It's really good. One more taste, I'll give you a score. Tell you what, the mid palate is wonderful. It's strong, but I can drink that absolutely fine neat. As I say, I've used most of that bottle for cocktails, which it's an expensive whiskey to use for cocktails, but I do not feel bad about it at all. In fact, I would heartily recommend it. Yeah, Manhattans with that, brilliant. Bit more spice on the finish, also soft as well, so it's kind of creamy and spicy at the same time. That, to me, is a 9.5. Oh, 9.5 out of 10 for the Noah's Mill bourbon. It's good stuff. It really, really is good stuff. So, thank you very much for watching. If you've tried the Noah's Mill and you'd like to leave me a comment, please do in the boxes below. And I will see you next week. And next week I'm reviewing the Glengoyne's Scottish Oak, a very different whiskey. Cheers guys, bye bye.